Well, it is morning of day 1 of my egg fast. It is very early, I'm super tired, I'm not even fully made up to be on camera. But I wanted to tell you guys what I was having for breakfast for day 1 of my egg fast. And at least for the first couple of days of this 5-day egg fast, I want to keep things very simple. There's some amazing egg fast recipes out there that you're not even going to know that you're eating eggs, or it's not going to feel like you're eating eggs. But I want to save those recipes for when I'm getting really tired of eggs. So the first day or two, I'm going to try to keep it really simple, just eggs and fat. Except for morning, I do need my coffee, and I keep a batch of iced coffee made up in the fridge. And so for breakfast this morning, I'm going to have basically an egg fast coffee, which will comprise of a single egg and 1 tablespoon of coconut oil and 1 tablespoon of butter, which I've melted together. How you mix this together will determine if you get chunks of butter and coconut oil in your coffee. And so it's important to have the eggs and the coffee mixing first, and then slowly pour this in. And there's something about the egg that will keep it from congealing and being chunky. And then for food, I'm going to have 2 eggs and with a tablespoon of butter just scrambled in the skillet. And that way I'll have my eggs and my fat even. I'll have 3 eggs and 3 fats, because there'll be 3 eggs, 2 tablespoons of butter, and 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. So let's get started with my coffee first. So on average, I drink about 2 cups of coffee a day. At some point, I might give it up for a week, and I'm not there yet. I probably should put the egg in first. It's gonna plop. And it did. Again, we're gonna get this going on a very low pulse, just getting it mixed. Then we're gonna pour this in slowly. And now I'm gonna grab a couple of ice cubes so we can make it nice and cold. All right. Looks like I succeeded. It does not look like there's any chunks. Now, because of the egg whites, it will froth up a little bit. It'll be a little bit of foam. And so when I pour it, nothing fancy. I just try to keep out as much of the foam as possible. And it was amazing to me how creamy an egg will make coffee. And so it's actually a really great substitute for heavy cream. All right, let's see how I did. Tastes perfect. Now you can add a few drops of stevia on an egg fast. I'm trying to keep it very simple and save, again, the more tasty things for when I'm just getting sick and tired of the egg fast. So like I said, for besides coffee, I'm having just scrambled eggs, scrambled in 1 tablespoon of butter. And the reason I do 2 fats in the coffee and 1 tablespoon with the eggs is because I don't like my eggs too terribly greasy. So later on in the week, I'll have things like egg fast crepes and egg fast shakes. And I just came across an egg fast mac and cheese, which uses the noodles from the egg fast Alfredo that you'll find on the website I Breathe, I'm Hungry. So there's a lot of really yummy recipes out there that I probably will be moving on to later in the week. But first, let me just get my scrambled eggs going. All right, guys, see you for lunch. So I'll use the 6 prettiest of my hard-boiled egg peels for the deviled eggs, and the other poor souls I'll use to just pan fry the hard-boiled eggs later for dinner. So for this, it's not too difficult. Obviously, it's deviled eggs. So, you slice the egg open, you take out the yolk. For all is going well, the yolk is cooked through. And then I'm going to mix 1 tablespoon of mayo for each of the yolks. And I make homemade mayo, so again, I have full control over the ingredients. And this is simply 1 cup of avocado oil, 1 egg, and then if you would like to add some salt and pepper, maybe some mustard powder to it to add some flavor, you can. And then I have an immersion blender to mix it right up. It's really, really easy to make and a lot less expensive than buying an avocado oil-based mayo from the store. And again, I have full control over the ingredients. Now, if I wasn't doing an egg fast, I would use Dijon mustard as a flavoring instead of just the mustard powder. Since I'm doing a 1-for-1 fat to egg, whole egg ratio, they're going to be a little runnier than I would normally make a deviled egg. So, and because of that, I'm going to go ahead and put these in my containers that I'll be eating them out of. So that way I can just sop up anything that runs out within the same bowl. Alright, so this will be my lunch today and tomorrow. And since the egg fast does allow for spices, I'm going to top these with a little bit of smoked paprika. It's one of my favorite spices to use in cooking. And there you have it. There is my lunch for today. This will be 3 eggs and 3 fats for lunch, day 1. Well, this is the first time for me to make fried hard-boiled eggs, but that's what's for dinner. So to give a quick update on the fried egg I had for dinner tonight. So basically you take a hard-boiled egg and you slice it in half and then you fry it in a skillet in butter. It looked better in the picture. I probably won't be doing that one again. I had the hard-boiled eggs I had made. I did half of them for deviled eggs and I saved half of them for fried eggs. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and double the rest of those eggs and call it good. Not a fan of the fried hard-boiled egg.